Hello, 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 and welcome. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are on the planet. My name is Anthony Carter. I'm the host, producer, creative genius, madman, and brilliant mind behind a movement entitled That Plant Life, a movement dedicated to supporting Black men 40 to 60 who are committed to combating hypertension without the use of medication and the addition of a whole food plant based lifestyle. Let me say that one more time for the cheap seats in the back. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are on the planet. My name is Anthony Carter. I am the host, producer, creative genius, and madman behind a brilliant movement entitled That Plant Life, a movement dedicated to supporting Black men 40 to 60 who are committed to combating hypertension without the use of medication and the addition of a whole food plant based lifestyle. Welcome and come on in. The title of my talk this evening is Benefits of My Vegan Lifestyle That Have Nothing to Do with Health. Benefits of my vegan lifestyle that have nothing to do with health. Now, as you know, I am always thinking, planning, processing, looking at how to make things better, how to improve. That's one of my characteristics, as one of my pluses and deltas. As I say, it's a great thing, but it can get in the way. What I've been thinking about lately is okay, I've been vegan at this point for, I celebrated my anniversary this month, right? 4 years, no meat, no dairy, that type of thing. And I've been looking at what are the benefits of me having done that, right? One of the big benefits that people rarely talk about, and I've talked about it a lot, is what happens when you stop eating junk. When you eat junk, you think junk. When you stop eating junk, your mind works very different, right? So I want to talk about some of the benefits that have recently crossed my path. And I thought, oh, wow, I didn't even know this was part of the journey, right? So the first one is all about this whole movement, this saying, this cliche that I hate. Yes, I said it, hate. I know it's a very strong word, but it's a cliche that I hate that everybody runs around saying. Everybody wants you to take part of it. Everybody wants you to believe in it. And that's this whole concept of fake it till you make it. Folks, we are not fooling anybody, right? Part of me thinking clearly is I'm not running around faking nothing. If I don't know, I'm going to ask. If I'm unsure, I will say, how do you work this? What is going on here? What do I do to improve this? The other day in class, I teach a wonderful group of seventh graders here in Connecticut. I've been teaching for about 20 years. I have this group that I'm working with now. I'm teaching them Spanish. I'll get to that in a minute. And I saw some behavior yesterday, and I stopped right in the middle of the class and said, let me ask you guys a question. And this is a genuine question. I am curious. I said, I am intensely just mystified by why certain things are going on, why certain behaviors are happening. Please, somebody explain to me why this is okay. Dead silence, right? Nobody could do it. Now, it was some logic. So sometimes my folks don't do very well with logic. But I was really curious about why we were doing certain things. Why were certain things okay? And um, I let them know, hey, I'm not gonna fake it and pretend like this is okay. I'm not gonna fake it and pretend like, hey, I know everything. Getting back to the same class, right? Teaching Spanish. I had Spanish in high school. I had a whole lot of it in college. Almost majored in college because I loved it. I had a wonderful professor who taught us 5 days a week and did not let us use English. We had to speak in Spanish the whole time. Almost majored in Spanish. And everybody told me, don't do it. What are you going to do with that? There's no point in majoring there. I was going to double major in English and Spanish, right? Now, come to find out, 20, 30 years later, I've lived on the West Coast outside of LA. I've lived in the East Coast in New York City for a number of years, greatest city on the planet. Both places, I could have used some Spanish, right? But I digress. Here I am now, the last 3 weeks, teaching these young people Spanish, right? And we are learning as we go. I am not fooling them, right? They know I know a little bit more than they do, and it's kind of coming back to me. And the agreement is as I learn and grow, I will bring it back to you, come down from the mountaintop, so to speak, and help them learn and grow. So that is the agreement. We are not faking it until we make it because nobody is fooled. These young people, these kids, young people, whatever we're calling them these days, are not fooled. I'm not faking it with them. They know, okay, I'm learning and my commitment is to grow and become better and become the best teacher for them and have them become the best students. So that's the first thing. Here's the other thing that comes up again and again and again, and I see it all the time. Another benefit is that I no longer live in, allow myself to be led by, or function in pain, right? Many times in my life, and I'm sure you've seen this too, I've talked to a lot of people. I've been around a lot of people who are very charismatic, who got all the answers, who know all the answers, who will tell you they have all the answers, who know everything, who've been everywhere. Nobody can tell them anything. Nobody can correct them. Nobody can say, hey, can we look at this differently? Because they have all the answers, right? Those are people who are leading from pain and are living in pain. I no longer associate with those kind of folks, right? I'm not interested in what they have to say. I'm not interested in their tutelage. I'm not interested in their opinions on anything because they're leaving for pain. What I like to see and what I want to live in and what I have been able to live in since this wonderful vegan journey is that I live in purpose. I want folks leading, living in, and loving purpose. All this other nonsense has got to go. So I want to find people, be around people, and support people who are living and leading from purpose. Okay, that is all for tonight. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. If you like to work with me, please, please, please click on the link. I have a Calendly link in this talk. I talk to people on Thursday and Fridays, and get this, it's a free 30-minute consultation. Please, please, please join me. I am determined before I go out of here, before I get out of here, go out of here in a pine box, as they say, to have 100,000 Black men who look like me, some version of me, 100,000 Black men who are committed to living their best lives, living full lives, to living in purpose and not pain, who are not running around faking it until they make it, who are leading in all kinds of ways, who are being their best selves, right? Who are living out their dreams. I'm looking for 100,000 Black men, so please join me. Click on that link. Let's do this together. My name is Anthony Carter. I'm the host, creative genius, madman, brilliant mind behind a movement entitled That Plant Life, a movement dedicated to supporting Black men 40 to 60 who are committed to combating hypertension without the use of medication and the addition of a whole food plant based lifestyle. Let me say that once again for the cheap seats in the back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on the planet. My name is Anthony Carter. I'm the host, producer, creative genius, madman, and brilliant mind behind a movement entitled That Plant Life, a movement dedicated to supporting Black men 40 to 60 who are committed to combating hypertension without the use of medication and the addition of a whole food plant based lifestyle. Now, you get out of here, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones. Let your loved ones take care of you. Get some plants on that plate. And most importantly, eat like you got some sense. Talk to you soon. Bye now.